Alright, this is Champ 3 to GC1 ranked 3s. Okay, you go for boost. Push up middle. That's solid. You let your teammate behind you get this. I think that's pretty solid. You should probably grab a few more pads here on your way back. Yeah, you didn't touch the ball at all, but you still used like a good 50 boost to get back here, right? If you're gonna leave this ball right here, you should be confident that your teammate behind you is gonna have it, right? Which means you don't need to boost back so immediately, right? You can just save your boost, have that 80, right? You have 80, 89, I think you would have had with that one pad you grabbed, right? You don't have to use any of that. You can just drive back behind him. Or you could even turn up field and wait for a pass, potentially. Because now you're on 60 boost when you could have been on 100. Okay, you try to hit it forward to your teammate. I don't mind that. You could have also potentially tried to control it here instead. Depending on how fast you think this Kev guy is going to get to you, right? If you don't know his boost count, you know, that could be a problem, but I have a sneaking suspicion he's on absolutely 0 boost here. He's on 30, okay, not bad. But anyway, we hit it up to our teammate, and then we go grab the mid boost. We go back behind him. Nice, that's solid. I wouldn't have boosted so far middle here, right? Your teammate very clearly is turning to go for this ball. I would just stop boosting at this point and just wait middle here. Like, you can keep driving forward, but there's no point in boosting so far up. And just to turn around and be in the same position, right? Okay. I mean, there's just a lot of unnecessary movement, right? Yes, he is demo chasing you, but what you could do is you could simply just slow down, stop boosting, stop going supersonic, use your reverse camera, and then just jump over him. And then you can still be mid for your teammate in case he's able to pass you the ball. Because you also don't know where your third teammate is. Or, well, second teammate, but you don't know where your third teammate is. The guy playing third man, right? Because now he's a little bit far back, makes it a little harder for him to challenge this ball. You also turned a little wide here, right? You're pretty far back, right? Your teammate's on offense here. So you see at this point, your one teammate just ended up getting dunked, potentially giving the ball away. At this point, this teammate is flipping forward, right? You can see he's about to challenge this ball no matter what. So you can, at this point, turn forward, try to support him midfield. Just make sure you don't overcommit as well. So yeah, I mean, I just turn a little more sharp here. Maybe flip inside, go middle. And then you'd be a little closer to this ball after he gets the 50. Nice. Nice. Regardless, your middle, you still beat the other team. Still goes in. Your kickoff's not awful, but you should just be aware that you're not speed flipping. It looks like you're trying to speed flip, but that's not a speed flip. So you gotta work on your speed flips if that's what you're trying to do. Okay, you have good spacing overall. Nice. Good job booming this ball away. Then you try to follow it. You recognize your teammate's up and you don't go. That's great. You probably should have grabbed that mid boost here, right? You should just have the awareness to know that it's gonna spawn, right? So this is right off kickoff, right? Kickoff happens. Here, let's just like assess the whole field, right? Somebody's probably gonna take mid boost, right? Somebody takes mid boost, it's 418, right? You probably even saw that mid boost get taken, okay? So at that point, right? You don't have to have like a running count in your head. You should just have general awareness, right? So you boom the ball away, you're rotating back, you jump for it, you decide not to go because your teammate's in the air. All good decisions, but at this point it's now 410. and you already saw that mid boost that you're now rotating into get taken, right? You should have the awareness that that's going to spawn for you exactly when you get there. So if you would have known that, you would have been aware of that, you would now have 100 boost from going over the mid boost. I mean, it's high level to just be aware of when the boosts are taken, but at like GC3 SSL level, every single player, for the most part, knows exactly when all of the boosts are going to respawn. Because now you try to go for the back corner as well, and it's not there because your teammate took it. So that means if you don't have the awareness that the mid boost will be there and the back boost isn't there, you need to be grabbing pads instead. But your teammate gets a good save. You probably should have grabbed that middle pad right in front of the net, because now you try to make the read, right? Imagine if you had that one pad in the middle right here, right? You have to trust your teammate to save this. If he doesn't save this, it's a goal anyway. So imagine you grab this mid boot or this mid pad, and then you have 37 boost instead, right? Then you're sitting in net with 37 boost, and you try to make this read. Let's say you're also further back in net because you took the time to grab that pad as well. Maybe that makes this read easier. Right? Let's say instead, we go back a little bit, right? You don't grab the corner or the mid, right? The corner is not there for you. You grab that pad and this pad, and you're chilling on 25 boost. Your teammate has to save this, otherwise it's going in the net. So let's say you go up a little bit and grab this pad, and you wait for your teammates clear, and then you just kind of back up a little bit and you sit right here, right? This ball would have been a lot easier to clear out. Like at this point, you would have already been able to go up and clear it maybe when it was like right here, right? And then maybe you even get a shot downfield as well. Maybe their third man is overcommitted, and then you just get a free open net clear. Clear into their net, I mean, of course. One sec, let me check something. Okay, just want to make sure I was recording. Alright. Well, we're moving in slow motion. And because of all that, I score. Okay, you could, I mean, just driving for this back boost isn't bad, but once you grab this one pad, you can side flip to the left and or speed flip and just get the corner boost slightly faster. But this isn't, this isn't bad necessarily. Okay, you use all your boost to get the clear. Not a bad play. You could have just trusted your teammate here instead. You could have just grabbed the full and decided to either try to boost all the way up the wall and hit this on the wall, or you could just turn back here, not use any of your boost, and trust your teammate here that you see to have it. Either one is fine, but this works too. Jumping for the ball, I mean, you're just clearly beaten here, right? You don't have boost. You're very, very clearly getting beaten to this ball. You shouldn't jump off the wall at all. You should just turn down and rotate back on pads. Rotating back, I mean, their corner boost isn't there for you. This guy is gonna clearly beat you to the mid boost. You should just go on pads in the middle instead. You can clearly see the pathing here, right? You see that pad slightly in front of you to the right. You can either take the left path or the middle path. Either one works perfectly fine. But now you take no path and you end up grabbing one pad only and waiting on your backboard with 12. Okay, your teammate's gonna cut you here. Not a great play by him, but you just wait for him, which is good. Once again, you're missing every pad and you're not grabbing any boost. Okay, you're on the wall. You jump down. There's no pads near you, right? So, you know these two are gone. You can grab either this one when it spawns, and then turn up field, or you can grab this one, and this one, and turn up field. Either way, it's better than missing all of them. And then going for the corner beast that's not there. But, good save though. Because now you're trying to save it with 9, with 0. With 0. Imagine his shot, he just waited a little bit longer and shot it top corner instead. It's just going to be a goal instantly. I think you're just AFK now. Okay. I won't comment on it. I'm going to just assume like your mom called. Okay. I like the attempt. It's a good play to go for. With practice, you'll be able to just power shot those in the net every time. Nice. Grabbing the corner is good. I might have done it a little sooner, but so far good. I would have preferred just a power clear here, right? Control touch in the air works for sure. Well, I mean, I don't mind either. I like the attempt. If you got a controlled touch in the air and then you were able to follow with an air dribble, that would have been good. But if you're not confident in doing that, a power clear here would have just been fine also. Power clear forward, either to their corner or their net is fine. Specifically because you see this guy as you're jumped in the air. Let's say, specifically we're looking at Curry bombs here, right? Very clearly, Kev is demoed, and you're looking at Curry bombs. He's grabbing this boost, and I mean, in lower ranks especially, he's going to push all the way up, right? So now you see how close he is. Imagine if you just hit it forward, right? And it goes over him. It still does go over him, but imagine he doesn't get a touch at all, and it goes off the backboard to one of your teammates. That's a 50 we can't be going for, however. You got to have the awareness, maybe turn off ball cam, look at the field, maybe move your camera down a little bit. You got to have the awareness to know he's already jumped and he's beating you, right? And he's getting a good 50 because of his angle, whereas you're not getting a good 50, and it ends up just pinching towards your net. I don't mind going for demos here. It's definitely a good play. If you like to demo, it's a good play. Okay, you should probably just try to catch this. Decent touch, not bad. Okay, I like this play. Nice. Okay. Look at you go. Very, very solid. Very solid. Okay. Not an awful time to challenge. Okay, so your teammate gives the ball away here, right? And you're very clearly far back from the play. He gives the ball away, yes, but at this point, I might just wait here back post and hope this Dwax guy can cut for you and make your save easier, right? Because at this point, he's beating you to the ball. If he has a better shot on target, it's in your net, right? So you gotta be aware of that. Maybe just stall a little longer for your teammates to get back and help you on defense. Okay. If you fast aerial here, I think you beat him, right? So well, do you fast aerial? It's hard to tell. It looks to me like you double jumped and then you boost, right? If you jump and boost at the same time, you fast aerial, right? You boost the full way through instead of feathering your boost. You end up beating him to this ball, and then look what happens, right? Imagine we're in fly cam, right? Imagine we have the full view on the play. Look where their team is, right? This guy is last back going for the ball. If you beat him, it's almost certainly just a goal. Because this Kev guy, he has no boost. He just went for the ball. He got beat, right? Whatever. He probably has 0 boost. He needs to rotate back. If you beat him, and it goes to the ceiling, one of your teammates here to the left follows it, ends up just hitting it over Kev. It's in their net, right? Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. Um, I mean, okay, you're partied up with them, right? You're partied up with them, so I don't mind it, right? Obviously, if this was solo queue, I would never recommend pre-jumping ever. But if you're like partied up in comms with these guys, like then you say, "Hey, up to me." It's a good play then. But in solo queue, never expect somebody to pass to you here. Yes, you could wait here and wait for a pass. It's a great passing opportunity, but I would still wait on the ground if this was solo queue. But great play. Good for you guys. Okay, you should just go and try to beat him here. Decent dive, but you have to keep in mind, if you're not going to beat him, you have to take a good 50, right? Which you do relatively, but if his 50 was better, that could have gone straight in your net, right? So you got to hit the ball as solidly as you can, right? You're hitting the very side of the ball here. If you just hit the middle of the ball instead, take a good 50 on this guy, there's just a significantly less likelihood chance that it goes directly in your net. Whereas this one, if he 50s you better, it's pinching straight in your net. Okay. I like your rotation here. I maybe not wouldn't have turned back so far, right? Once you're here in the middle, you can just kind of just sit here and wait. Wait for this Dwax guy to challenge the ball. If he gets a great challenge, then maybe you sitting mid can follow it. And if he ends up getting beat, then you can still go back and save it. You just have to make sure this guy to your back left that you hear you doesn't demo you. But that just comes with awareness. Okay. Once again, awareness, right? Your teammate's bumped behind you here. You got to be aware he's going to be back there, and he's going to be trying to get back in the play as well. But overall, he did get bumped there in the first place, so I'm not going to be too hard on you for bumping your teammate there. However, this aerial definitely should not have happened. One, you don't need to go for it at all if you don't want to. It's going in your corner. Two, he's probably beating you. Three, just don't go for it. Let him hit it into your corner. And then you can save it off your corner. Instead, you just take a bad 50 because you went for it, giving them a free middle pass, and your teammate behind you, I think, has 0, right? Take a quick peek here. He has 40, so maybe he gets the save. But once again, a better shot here just is slotted top corner, and it's just a goal. But regardless, it's a bad shot. Your teammate gets the save. Doesn't hurt you. You should recognize your teammate's definitely going to follow this still. One, you are kind of far mid here, right? You see both your teammates flip forward. Personally, I would just wait in your net here. Plus, now like look at this. You're this toxic guy. He's gone for mid boost, so you have to cover for him, right? Because Dwax is no longer on the ball. This kind of means like your first man, right? Both teammates are off getting boost. You need to cover for them, right? This Dwax guy ends up turning and being first man for you, but you could have potentially just been first man here if you were waiting in net and beat this Curry guy. But regardless, Dwax turns for you. It looks like he just got the corner boost, right? So you have to keep that in mind. He just picked up the corner boost. You know he's full boost. He turns and cuts for you. You still know he's full boost, right? So he's gonna go for this. He hits it up to himself on purpose. There's no need for you to jump. You end up dropping and conserving as much boost as you can, though, so that's good. You should probably turn back and be a little more third man here, right? Because if you think about who's covering your net, Toxic is upfield, Dwax is on the ball, nobody's covering your net unless you are. So you're trusting him to get a good 50, or them to just not shoot it on target, right? So you need to be back a little more to cover your net. Specifically as third man, which you were there. Okay. Very, very poor from you and your teammate. The touch here, I mean, there's not really much you can do about it. This touch by Dwax just passes them the ball, and then your toxic guy goes for a ball he's beat to you. There's not necessarily a ton you can do there. Good demo dodge. He did bump you forward, which was unfortunate, but you seemed like you recovered well. Instead of going up the wall, or instead of jumping for this, right? Just go up the wall for it. It'll be easier. Plus, you use less boost trying to get up to the ball. Or you could just wait on the ground, wait for Kev to hit it mid, and try to read the pass, and then beat him to it. Your teammate does that, though, so good for him.
Dude, what the fuck? I just got peeked on by Bryant.
Let me go back. I'll have to cut the sound out. I appreciate the sub, though, Orange Fraud. Thank you, thank you. All right. Okay, your teammate gets the clear. You push up field. Okay. I don't mind this, but you should be aware of where your other teammate is, right? You haven't seen your other teammate in a minute. You don't know if he went for the mid boost. You don't know if he went for the corner boost. You don't know if he grabbed pads and turned upfield. But very clearly he is not on the ball. So you should have been on the ball. You should have assumed he was behind you. And you probably should have been there challenging much sooner than he could, right? Because now he's challenging late and he's beat. Okay, I don't mind you waiting upfield here. The toxic guy on your team should have been a little farther back. You're kind of just up here chilling now, right? You're just upfield, not really in the play, right? You're essentially trusting your teammates to 2v3, which is never a good idea because you're just nowhere near the ball. You're not affecting the play in any way. You're not going for bumps. You're not stealing boost. You're just chilling. So now you get back. Okay. Your teammate goes for you. Okay. Not awful. I mean, the touch could have been better, but that comes with practice. Your teammate almost peaks. You should not go for this, right? Very clearly your teammate is, one, beating him to the ball, and more importantly, beating you to the ball, right? So you should just move your camera slightly to the left, maybe turn ball cam off, just rotate back post even, anything like that will tell you that your teammate is there and he's going to beat you and the opponent, so there's no reason for you to go. Okay, and then you try to clear it out, aerial play. I mean, I assume that was just because of his 0 seconds, but yeah, there you go. Solid game overall. I mean, you didn't make that many mistakes, to be honest. Just, I'd say work on knowing when to challenge and when not to, and more importantly, being more aware of your teammates and opponents. Whether that's moving your camera around more, maybe changing your camera settings. It seems to me you lack awareness, and that's your biggest problem right now.